We look at the timeline then from the time that you choose a property to closing. And you'll do your due diligence on the property, the attorney will do their due diligence on the property, the bank will do their due diligence on both the property and on you. Because moving to getting your financing approved is a combination of both you and the property. How does this process go? You write an offer, there's the due diligence on the property, you sign a purchase and sale, then the attorney and the bank are doing their due diligence, and then you close. What does it take to write an offer? We sit down together, which can be frequently Zoom these days. You are going to fill out a few forms that identify the property, how much you're going to pay for it. The offer will include your timeline for completing each of the steps and the deposits that you will make along the way. Your earnest money deposit, your purchase and sale deposit, and the down payment that you will make if you're financing the property. On that first day when you write the offer, you identify when you're going to meet these different timelines and you make your first deposit. That first deposit can be as little as $1,000. We often see in a more competitive situation or closer to Cambridge and closer to Boston that might be more like $10,000 or $20,000. But that is an earnest money deposit that says, I'm buying this property. You then may or may not have contingencies. I encourage contingencies to protect that deposit. You have contingencies that say, I'm going to inspect it. I'm going to review the condo docs. I'm going to review the Title V, which is septic if you have septic. I'm going to review these things before I commit to this property. And if we find an unusual or unacceptable situation, then the deposit is protected by those contingencies and refunded to you. When people waive their contingencies completely, then that deposit is essentially buying an option. You are putting that money down as a deposit, and if you choose not to purchase the home, you do forfeit that deposit. It's the contingencies that we put in place that protect it. You've identified the property, you're going to write an offer. Sometimes that timeline is very short between the time that you say, I want this property, and I'm going to write an offer. Frequently we have a couple of days. Sometimes it's shorter than that. Sometimes you see the property and you're going to need to write an offer immediately. This causes a lot of clients to panic. We don't want you to panic. We don't want you to be frightened. We want to take you through the learning curve with the information that you need so that you arrive at that point confident. And that's the work that we do with you up front, looking at how the process works and choosing the right property for you. There is a lot of intense pressure around this issue, around accepting an offer, having an inspection, having a property come back to market, and buyers will feel this isn't fair. Why are the sellers so uptight? Why are the sellers putting so much pressure on me? The reason is the day that the offers are due, they have all the offers, all the potential buyers come together at once. That is the best offer the seller's ever going to get. People are going to be the most aggressive, the most compliant, the most agreeable to try to get their offer accepted. Once that moment has passed, the quality of the offers declines every day that goes by. So they will sell the property for less, they'll have more contingencies to deal with, and the strength of the seller's position erodes very quickly and dramatically in some cases. So the sellers are very eager to have someone step in, be committed, and complete the transaction without them coming back to market or being concerned. They aren't going to complete the purchase for some reason. I'm sure you've heard many people saying you have to waive all contingencies, you just have to move forward and not do any of this due diligence. That is not what we recommend. We recommend that you do as much due diligence as possible. Here's some ways that we tweak offers and reorder the steps to protect you as much as we can. What we do is we increase the amount of the earnest money deposit from $1,000 or $10,000 up to $20,000 or $40,000 to show commitment to the property. If you have contingencies, you're still protecting that deposit, but it shows strength and it shows confidence that you're putting that money out there. It also shows that you are not going to simply walk away from the property, that the only reasons that you would walk away are the ones that you have contingencies for. Things that can happen before the offer to strengthen the offer: do the inspection before you write the offer, review any condo docs, and have all of the due diligence that you possibly can out of the way before you write the offer, so that the only contingency that you need is potentially the mortgage contingency.